Hello fellow summoners, I am Glitter Valkyrie, and today we are going to redeem a couple of tenfold summons in Nintendo's newest mobile game, Dragalia Lost. If you haven't been to my channel before, I am an unapologetic Fire Emblem fangirl, and have only done Fire Emblem content up to this point. Heroes was my first gacha game, and the only one that's really held my interest, since I'm more in it for the characters that I love rather than the gacha aspect. I have tried Fate Grand Order, and it's not really my cup of tea, but Dragalia Lost feels like a mix between the two and has been pretty fun so far. I figured I could show you guys what I've gotten so far in my summons, and then we would spend a little Wormite. If you are just here for the summons, I will put a timestamp in the description so that you can skip to that point. I do want to be completely transparent and tell you guys I rerolled. I didn't reroll in Heroes because I thought it sounded tedious, which it is, but I think it's probably worth the tedium in this game. This game is very different from Heroes in terms of appearance rates, and even though they implemented a pity system, it doesn't mean that an adventurer or a dragon is going to break your pity rate. So I am not expecting too much from my summons today, but I could use some elemental variety, and Lily looks pretty cool, so we'll keep our fingers crossed. So let's take a look at my roster. First up, we have our unflinchingly optimistic protagonist, Yuden, and while there are some units I prefer using over him, he is a solid unit and has a very useful skill in his second mana circle that is definitely worth upgrading if you have the resources. There's not much else to say about him. He's got good utility and has fire affinity if you need it. Next, I have the 5-star Ezreal. She has been incredibly helpful and a lot of fun. She's got a lot of confidence and she calls herself a genius, but the girl knows how to fight for sure. It's hard to say at this point how good she's going to be in the long run, but I do like her so far. Then we've got 3-star Renelle. I haven't really used her yet. For water heroes, we've got this new friend that I'm working on getting her to join my team. And then we've got Rex. I've used him simply because I don't have too many water types. He is a 3-star. Then there's Ellie. Thank goodness for Ellie. She has been so helpful in the raid and all the fire related quests. It's hard to say if she's worth investing in at this point, but she's a unit that the game gives you and she has a good personality, so I probably will invest in her. Then we have Sabella. She's a 3-star, haven't used her too much. Then we have Daniel, who was my free 4-star that you get at the beginning of the game. This guy has a lot of issues if you listen to his voice lines. He is very secretive in the first chapter of his story, keeps telling you what a bad person he is. So we'll see if they expand on his personality a little bit more and maybe he isn't as bad of a person as he tells us. He's been pretty helpful up to this point. Then for wind elements, I have Francesca. She is a dagger unit at 3-star rarity. I don't have too many wind units, so I've been using what I've got. Then we've got the free Ronzal, and honestly, I don't care if he ends up being a low-tier unit. I love his personality, and I'm going to use him anyway. He was indispensable on the water stage that I tried clearing with Ezreal. I also learned that elemental affiliation does matter in that chapter. Overall, he's been a great unit so far. Then we've got this guy. I've only used him because my wind options are limited. Then for light, we have 3-star Malka, who looks very sleep deprived. I'm going to use him a little bit because I only have a couple light options. Then we have Luca, and if you have ever played Rune Factory 4, he reminds me so much of Leon. I like this guy probably because he reminds me of Leon, but he is a ranged unit with light affinity and he's been very helpful so far. And we have 3-star Melora. I haven't used her too much, but she keeps coming home on all of my summoning sessions and giving me Eld Water. She'll probably come home today. Then we have 4-star Amane, and I have been using her a fair amount since I really like staff units. She doesn't like dragons for some reason, which is interesting because she's always going to have a dragon paired with her, so I'll have to read her stories and figure out what's going on with that. Then we have Hope, a generic 3-star healer. He hasn't seen much use. Then as you can see, I have a lot of dark affinity units. First we have 3-star Rodrigo, haven't used yet, but he does have a Batman voice, so there's that. Then we have 4-star Orion. He was one of the rate up adventurers on the previous banner. He is a bit of a flirt and he's entertaining, so he earned a spot in my Dark Affinity based team. Then there's Vice and Eric. Haven't used them too much so far. Then we have my second 5-star unit, Nefaria. She is probably my favorite unit so far. Nefaria plays very different as compared to Ezzelith, so I get a lot of variety with the two of them. I absolutely adore using her. Then there's our free unit Cleo, and I'm still figuring out how best to use her, but I really like her as a character, so I'm going to make it work. Then there's Edward, who is a healing butler, I guess. I have not used him up to this point. So there are my barracks. As you can see, I only have one 5-star Wyrmprint and no 5-star dragons. So let's move on to the fun part. We will redeem our free 10-fold summon, and then I have enough Warmite for 4 10-fold summons. Hopefully we'll get lucky and Lily will be there. Oh, we get 2 gold dragons. That means that we get a focus unit on this banner. Okay, we have 1 rainbow. It's a dragon, it's Leviathan. Oh, this is exciting. And we have Sumuji. He's so cute. And a Gloom Drake. I definitely prefer the drakes to the imps in this game because the drakes are cuter. Ooh, this is a new one. Holy Ahu. Oh, she's beautiful. We'll definitely have to use her. She's back to give me more Eldwater. Another Sumuji. And Homura, and if I'm not mistaken, that is the Japanese name for Pyra in Xenoblade. We'll find use for her. And we have a card or Wyrmprint. Hikage. We've got Tea Time. And last but not least, oh, he looks so cool. Leviathan. Oh, that's fantastic. I don't have a 5-star water-based unit to pair with him, but he looks amazing. So I'm super excited. But I promised we would spend a little more Wyrmite, so we will go probably a couple more times. And I've noticed when it takes longer to load, there's usually something better in there. This one didn't take that long. That's a lot of gold though. She's new. Johanna. I can't pronounce his name, but I really like him. Okay, the Warrioresses. I think that was one of the rate up Wyrmprints on this banner. And he's here to give me Eldwater. Oh, this is the rate up adventurer for this banner. Awesome. He looks really cool. That's a new one. Together we stand. It's got Ronzal, so it has to be good. Eldwater. I think it's like the equivalent of feathers in Heroes, so Eldwater can't be bad. Fireside Gathering. Promises in the Rain. Oh, it's so cute. He's holding 2 baby dragons. All right, we didn't get any 5 stars in that round, but we got some good things, so I definitely won't complain. Oh, no rainbows, no golden dragons. He's new. Jirota. He looks cool. Nope. Eldwater. Also Eldwater. Oh look, more Eldwater. Eldwater from Batman. We have a couple of imps. And an 8-leaf clover. Oh, she's new. Oh, she looks cool. We'll have to try her out. Oh my gosh. Oh, Eldwater for everybody. Okay, so we literally got 50% Eldwater in that circle, but that's fine. We will try again. Oh. Ooh, mostly 3 stars. Orion, he looks like he's going to be annoying. Ooh, we have an Astral Imp, that's new. And Halo. And Potion Grass. Man, we're getting a lot of worm prints on this round, and I know they're very helpful, but they're just not exciting to pull. Pretty sure I have that one. More Potion Grass. Oh, he's new. Carl, he looks cool. He's new too. Luther. Okay, so that first summoning session was definitely the best one. We're just gonna do one more and that'll be it for today. That loaded too quickly. Yep. Oh. Ouch! One gold one. Oh, a moondrake. I love them. We have a new one, Lioness. He looks pretty neat. Another worm print. Okay, he is new as well. I'll be interested to see if there is some utility for the 3 stars in this game. Because I know that you can level them up and kind of whatever the equivalent is to unlocking their potential in heroes, you can make them a 5-star. So it'll be interesting to see if those 3 and 4 stars are good leveled up. Ooh, here is our 4-star and he looks amazing. So that is a great way to end it. So that will do it for our summons today. We got lucky in that we got Leviathan and he looks fantastic. We got a couple of 4 stars as well, and we got some new worm prints. So all in all, I think it was a pretty good session. We didn't get Lily, but you know, with the rates in this game, it really was pretty unlikely to happen. I am going to do my best to stay free to play in Dragalia Lost, since the paid currency is quite expensive and there's no guarantee that you will get a 5-star adventurer unless you're buying a pack with those specific stipulations. But I also said I'd never buy a pack in a mobile game, and now I'm like a minnow in Heroes. But do go ahead and let me know what you think of Dragalia Lost in the comments and who your favorite unit is so far. I will leave my friend ID in the description, so if you want Nefaria or Ezlith to help out, feel free to add me. And if you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I am a Fire Emblem girl at heart, but I might continue to do some Dragalia as well if I can hoard some Wormite for a longer summoning session, but we'll see how that goes. As always, thanks so much for watching and have a wonderful day.